it's all gone to shit. You know, y'all figured that was going to happen. So, just grabbing my stuff here. I'll put you back in later. And getting ready to get the hell out of here. Because the cannibals are on the way. Cannibals, rad ghouls, ravers, crazy psychopath. Oh, good lord. Okay. Am I going to have to do it? I'm going to have to do it. Okay. All right. We're going to have to do an explanation. Okay. You know what? It's all right there. It's fine. Okay. So, it's the apocalypse. It's all gone to hell, right? You guys know that. I know that. You can look around and see it. Not my basement. My basement is not the apocalypse. Does kind of look like it, though. Anyway, so you all know what's going down. It's all gone to hell. People get desperate. And so, people eat people. It's unfortunate. It's unpleasant for everyone involved, particularly the person being eaten. And it just doesn't end well. Now, generally speaking, cannibals are usually just people. They're generally just psychopaths who eat other people, and that's why they're frightening, because they're going to try to eat you. You know, you're on the menu now. So it's really just an extenuation of animals trying to eat you, except the animal is now a person, which is just a slight level more unnerving. It's why zombies are freaky. Doesn't matter. But then, of course, you ask the question, well, why aren't they dying from prions? It's a really good question, honestly. They should be. And oftentimes they do. They'll get weird nervous system problems where they get really super jittery hands, like Parkinson's on steroids, and other such problems. They'll get various mental, debilitating mental effects. They will have generally just more, it's a continuation of the shakes, just motor control problems until their nervous system just collapses because the prions have basically killed them. Literally killed them, but basically killed them. Now, of course, that doesn't always happen, annoyingly, and strangely, you get cannibals who seem... It's my dog. Cannibals who seem to be superpowered. Like, eating people has made them stronger and better. I don't know, the prions folded weird or something. I don't know, okay? It happens. So you get super cannibals, which are just people, but stronger and faster and more durable and generally have pointy teeth and whatnot, like vampires or something. Really, the nice part about these two groups is they die the same way. To your good old friend, the gun. Or pointy stick. You know, pointy stick works too. I don't want to get that close. If you want to get that close, enjoy yourself. I don't, nor will I. So, my good friend, the AK here, will save me. Or my good friend, the 38, or the shotgun, or my Mauser, or my long list of other firearms that are going to make me be way the hell over there when I'm shooting at someone who wants to, you know, have a liver pate with my liver. Of course, then, there's the last one. The one that I mentioned in the middle, interestingly. Rad ghouls. Now, of course, these are from Fallout. All of you are probably at least vaguely familiar with the concept. But honestly, there's lots of things that are basically ghouls that show up in lots of other stuff. Some are literally just ghouls, you know, the undead variety that may or may not actually be dead. Thanks, Warhammer Fantasy, they're not actually dead, but they're basically the same as normal ghouls. They're deranged, they're psychopathic, unless they're not feral, in Fallout terms. Sorry to any actual ghouls, my bad. I should have specified ferals, my apologies. But any sort of feral ghoul, or I'm going to call them rad ghouls, are gone mad from radiation or something else similar, something that's caused them to rot. They have had bits of them rot away and fall off. Their skin gets very tight and seals onto them like a mummy almost. But somehow they don't seem to lose any real musculature. They also seem to get more durable in the case of, you know, if it's actual radiation or really any of the whatever causes it, it tends to heal them. And if they get supercharged on this, they glow in the dark. Glowing ones is what I'm saying here, guys. Glowing ones. Now, of course, those are super dangerous because they're highly radioactive and will probably kill you just by being around you. So don't get near them. Once again, firearms are your friend, folks. Learn it, live it, love it. Firearms are your friend. Okay? I'm going to harp on this until everyone gets my point. Now, what kills them? Guns. Guns kill them. You know what? Knives kill them. I don't want to be close enough to have to use this, but you know, it's there if you need it. It's why you bring one along. You know, there's a lot of things. They're not actually that much more durable than a regular human. I mean, granted, you might have to shoot them 3 or 4 times instead of once or twice, but hey, you shoot them in the head, they fall over. It's great. It's really lovely. It's just that they're really freaking persistent. Because you're basically a cheeseburger on legs, and let's be honest, all of us like cheeseburgers. Okay, I'm making an assumption there, but I feel fairly safe in making it. But you're delicious, and they want to eat you, so they're going to run after you to eat you. Like, you know, oh, I want this can of spaghetti. It's delicious. Don't judge me. All right? So, what's all this got, you know, what is the point of this? Me babbling on about cannibals. You know what the hell a cannibal is. You're smart. Well, it's the threat they pose. Okay? Now, let's skip the rad ghouls. The rad ghouls pose a threat simply because they're just slightly more dangerous animals. They're bipedal, they have thumbs, they can, depending on their level of intelligence left, which is usually fairly low, they might be able to do slightly more advanced things, but that's probably not probable. Yes, I do speak English, I know. I'm peak language, guys, peak language. This is what you're here for, peak language. Anyway, the actual threat cannibals pose is that you might not know they're cannibals. They might just be people. Because that's what they are. Cannibals are just people. Even the super cannibals, okay? The super cannibals are just people. People that eat people, but they're people. So how do you know that that's a cannibal? Well, if prions are slowly killing them, you can see the shakes in their hands, and you might see some of the other basic signs of that. It's pretty much just neural degradation. But that's about all you got. For the super cannibals, you're not. That's the problem. You just have to be very cautious. And then, of course, this turns into other problems, like you don't want to eat meat that you haven't seen taken off of an animal. Can't just accept people's offer of a burger or jerky, because that could have been, you know, Bill, for all you know. And that's probably what freaks us out the most about this whole thing, besides the fact that, you know, the prion thing. I'm going to keep going on about the prion thing because it's freaky medical stuff. It's the fact that it just completely erodes trust. I mean, this is part of why the Wendigo is what it is in mythology. It's terrifying because it's eroding trust. It is breaking down this basic rule we have. Don't eat your neighbor. Okay? Because it's turning other people around you into the most basic of a resource. They're not this, you know, more esoteric resource of they're possible things to help you. They're possible. You know, you can boil it down in a really cold, cynical fashion of more people helps you do more things. You know, really self-centered type of stuff. But in a general sense, if you want to go down to that level, people are useful to you. They're helpful to be around with you. They help you build more things. They'll help keep watch. They can help you make food. They can help fix things. They can do medical stuff. They just do lots of things because there's only one of you and you can only do so much. With more people, you can do more things. Duh, right? Eating people reduces them to food. It takes all of that, throws it out the window, and reduces them to the same category as a fish. It's edible. Now, they can do all this other stuff, but at base, they're food. And when you're dealing with things on that level, when you've dropped other people down that far on this totem pole to you can eat them and not care, why can anyone trust you with anything? They can't. That's the threat a cannibal poses. They completely remove any sort of interpersonal trust you can have with one another, and that's terrifying. And then, of course, the whole hiding in plain sight thing. It's a lot of vampire stuff, you know, and you're familiar with vampire myths. It's the same reason they're scary, except they're super predators. Cannibals, barring super cannibals, aren't. They're just you and me who eat some long pork. That's it, guys. It's that simple. That's why they're scary. It's why they freak us out. Also, you know, carving people up like a steak is just weird. It just is. It's primally freaky because we don't like being eaten, because we don't like being prey. You know, inborn lizard brain stuff, or monkey brain. Inborn monkey brain stuff. We don't want to be eaten by things, and we find that image disturbing because it's a safety mechanism. So they're hitting us in our most primal parts of our brain. So all of you need to be careful out there, okay? Watch out. The end just happened. Watch out for the cannibals, guys. I'm going to stock up on my food, and I need to get that, you know, batten down the hatches and everything. So you all stay safe, everybody. Have a good Halloween, because it's the 10 days of Halloween, guys. Peace out.